Hey everyone, Daniel Rose again. Posting my second video of the day today on October the 16th, Wednesday. It is almost 1 o'clock. It is a quarter till. And this video's topic is going to be about the cost of living. Since my last video, I've been crunching numbers, doing research, and gathering all the data from multiple different sites for you guys to give you guys some insight on how much it actually costs to live a life and break it down into different categories and so on and so forth. And before I go on, I will show you guys my paper where I've been doing all this, so you know I've actually been working on this. Here is my notes, as you can see. It's got it all broken down. So, okay. To get started, the first thing is an average male lifespan today is 76 years old. So your average male is going to live to be 76. Your average female lifespan is 81. So your average female is only going to live to be 81. Those numbers are way up from what they used to be back in the day. From anyone that's done research on this, you would know. So then that takes me to the next thing, and I'm just going to start with mine. I found a website that is very helpful. It asks you a bunch of different questions of things that you plan on doing throughout your life and things like that, like your house, what kind of house are you going to live in, and community, if you're going to have like a second house or whatever, getaway vacation spot, how many kids, and what kind of car, and how many years are you going to upgrade the car, and stuff, and so on and so forth, like that. Different things like that, and then once you're done with all that, it gives you your calculated lifetime cost and your average annual income that you're going to have to make make that amount for your lifetime, but it's only in a 40-year scale. So the problem you run into that is if it's only in a 40-year scale and your average male lifespan is 76, then, and I'm currently 20, then that means there's going to be 16 years still not accounted for, because it only does it in a 40-year scale. So then I went and I just found the average to live a year, the bare minimum, which this is just means you're living the bare minimum, no kids, no spouse, none of that other stuff. You're just living the bare minimum, paying your bare minimum expenses to live. And that cost is $25,356 is what it is going to cost an average person to live a bare minimum life. And that's with nothing included. But then back to the topic of that I was talking about mine on this website I found that lets you actually calculate according to your lifestyle. My average lifetime cost for the 40-year period would be $3,814,000, and I would have to make an average annual income to meet that goal of $95,350. So, in other words, I'm going to have to be rich, and we all know not very many people in this world get rich. I mean, a $95,000 per year job, you're probably talking up there. I mean, doctors, I'm sure make more than that, but just to give you a ballpark somewhere that you're talking about up there getting towards like the doctors and the lawyers and high businessmen and things like that. Not all of us is going to be able to get that far. It's just a proven fact. But those were just a lot of the simple, cheapest answers on that thing that I did, and it still came out to be that much. So then you run into the problem of you start thinking about, or you start calculating the cost or the income that you're going to make in the job field you're going in, or the job you're already working, and then you can really tell the difference of how far apart it is. For me, I plan on, even with the military, I calculated the average cost I would be making a year in the military compared to this, and it's still not even close. My average cost, depending on what rank I could be in the military, or my average, I guess, income, depending on what rank I am in the military, is only going to be between about 30 and 40,000, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But as you can tell, even on the higher end, that's still not going to be close to what it's going to cost for the 95,000 that I had to get to. It's not even halfway. But the good thing is about the military is it gives a lot of benefits that could not be calculated in that thing, which might help make up for some of the cost. But moving on, if you add in some just other factors that you may incur throughout your lifetime, like say most people want an animal, so I went and I found the average cost of a dog and the average cost of a cat for their lifetime. And the average life of a dog is 11 years, and the average life of a cat is 16 years. So these numbers are based off of that. And so the average cost of a dog's lifetime for 11 years is $18,000, and the average cost of a cat's lifetime for 16 years is $11,000. So let's say you have, let's just say you have 2 dogs. It's going to cost you $36,000 over those 2 dogs' lifetime just to have them 2 dogs. Or 2 cats. It's going to cost you $22,000 just to have 2 cats during your lifetime. So as you can tell, that's just with animals, and it can rack up pretty quick, as you can tell with that. So moving on, the average cost to raise a child to 18, I know this is a popular one, everyone, a lot of people look it up and things like that. Well, the average cost to raise a child to 18 years old nowadays is $241,080. So for every child you're going to have, it's going to cost you $241,080 to raise that child. So if you want 4 kids, you're looking at what, about over $1 million just to have 4 kids, to raise them just till they're 18. And so on and so forth, and that does include paying for a state college and stuff, which is an average of about $20,000. The average cost of a wedding, some people may not plan on getting married, or some people may not even know this, or a lot of people may not look it up, I don't know. But the average cost of a wedding is $25,656. So just to get married to your spouse, it costs the average person $25,656. That is expensive, people. So, I mean, then you start thinking about, alright, so now here I calculated, if you're one of the people that's just going to live the bare minimum life for the average lifespan. So the average lifespan for a male was 76. So then I took the average it cost a person to live a year, which was the 25,356, and times that by the average male lifespan of 76 to get what it would cost the average person to live a bare minimum life. And you're still looking at, for a male, $1,927,056, and for a female, it's $2,053,836. So as you can tell, for just even living the bare minimum, it is expensive to live a lifetime. You're looking at $2 million, for a male and female to live just a bare minimum life, to your average life expectancy of 76 for a male and 81 for a female. And like I said, of course, for mine was for just the 40 years on that site that I found. That gave me my average lifetime cost, which was $3,814,000 but that don't go till 76, so I could add on a little more than that and say I'm going to have to make over $4 million in my lifetime. That is double what it takes the average bare minimum person to make in their lifetime. But that is all I got for you guys right now in this video. Sorry this video went a little longer, but I just wanted to grab people's attention and start bringing them to the realization of how much it actually costs to live, and maybe actually might make people actually have more respect for their parents and what their parents do to just provide for you just until you're 18, or even if you live with your parents even past then. You might have a little more appreciation for what they actually do now, actually knowing some of the numbers and getting an actual figure on how much it costs. But I just wanted to touch base on my first informational video on my blog, and I figured this is where better to start than the average it's going to cost a person to live and things like that. So there you go. You got your numbers. These are actual stated facts that I looked up on multiple different sites and did the math and calculations myself on some of them. And so these are actual numbers up until this current year, 2013, that you can go by, ladies and gentlemen. So these are actual numbers, once again, that you can go by. And just a quick review one more time. The average male lifespan is going to be 76, and the average female lifespan is going to be 81. The average cost of a dog's lifetime for 11 years is $18,000, and the average cost of a cat's lifetime for a year is $11,000. The average cost it takes a person to live just a bare minimum life a year is $25,356. That's a little more than over maybe a minimum wage job. Then the average cost to raise a child to 18 was $241,080, and the average cost of a wedding was $25,656. The average cost of a male's lifespan for the bare minimum was $1,927,056, and the average cost of a female lifespan for the minimum was $2,053,836. So there you go. Once again, you have the numbers. These are actual numbers and actual facts that you can get on the same sites that I did and look them up. And I encourage you to get on Google and find that one website that I did. I don't quite remember the name, but I will try to find it and have it in my next video for you guys that want it. And you can get on there and calculate what it's actually going to cost you to live your lifestyle, depending on what kind of house, cars, and how many kids, and so on and so forth that you want. So once again, thank you guys for watching. These are some numbers of what it's going to cost you to live. Better start thinking about it. Better start planning for your future. What your teachers and parents tell you at an early age is not a joke. You always got to start planning for your future, and they tell you that because of this. They just normally don't have the actual numbers to go along with it. So there you go. Now you got the actual numbers. You know what to think about. Maybe this will help you start choosing a career style. If you get on and find that one website and see how much you're actually going to have to make for your lifespan, maybe it helps you choose what career field you want if you're stuck on trying to choose that. But thank you guys for watching. This was me giving you actual numbers that it is going to cost you to live in your lifestyle. So once again, I thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I'm going to have a lot more videos coming that are informational or even fun or background on my life. Like I said in my first video, I'm going to be making videos of all kinds of different things. And I'm also someone, if you have problems in your life and you need someone to talk to and you don't have no one to talk to, I'm here for you. Come talk to me if you have any problems and things like that going on in your life and you need someone to talk to right now. Please come to me. Please come. Leave me a comment, subscribe, whatever. Get a hold of me. Email me. My email is on here. And talk. And I will be here. I will listen. I will talk. I will give you advice on what I think is best, and so on and so forth. But once again, I thank you guys for watching. I encourage you to subscribe if you are enjoying my videos so far. And once again, I am always here for you guys. So I will reiterate, I am always here for you guys. So please, if you have any problems going on in your life or you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. Just get a hold of me. Thank you guys for watching. This is Daniel. So long.